The Thorntail 2 SBR, and we'll talk about its longer version here in a second, but the SBR is a shorter cantilever mount, so it's one of the only cantilever mounts on the market for your light. Now this bar has been redesigned to have a screw capture design, so when you stick your screw into the center part, it'll drop into these grooves. That means if the screw ever comes loose, especially under fire, you're not going to lose it. It'll stay captured in there. And it'll actually prevent the other one from starting to come out as well. So now, once you've set that, I'm going to go ahead and mount an M300 Scout here. I'm going to go ahead and Loctite that, again, just for efficiency here. Now I'm going to pick which position I want after I just start the threading with the Allen wrench there. Because now you can see that range of motion that you have with this mount. So at that point, I can come over to the weapon and I can figure out where it needs to be mounted. Now the other unique thing about this is we can actually flip it around. So if I wanted to put it on this side of the weapon, I'll take my 9/64 Allen wrench and I'll spin it around. So I'm actually going to detach the cap from the bar itself. You'll notice the screws will actually stay connected to the cap a little bit as well because it sits into a nice little shelf there for you. Mount it just by flipping it, so that way if you're left-handed, right-handed, or you're running a pressure switch and you want to mount it on the other side of the gun, you've got options. Now since this is Keymod, you can tighten it all the way down on the cap to the bar connection point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and check where I want it. I know with this Knight's Armament sight, for example, it's not going to hit, so I'm going to go ahead and mount it in the highest position. So I'm going to move the light all the way up on the third position of the mount. And then I'm going to take my 3/32 Allen driver here. I'm going to go ahead and put that one in, put the next one in, tighten it down. And then at that point, we can mount it right onto the gun wherever we want. Push it all the way forward, take your T15 Torx wrench, tighten it down. And at that point, you can install your switch. So I'll go ahead and install an SR7 switch here from Surefire, plug it in, and you can see you got a really nice and tight package there, clearing that front sight by just about 2 millimeters or so. And there is your Thorntail 2 SBR.